Hey everyone, my name is Stefan Kraus from the World Creator team, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the biomes in combination with the biome layers. However, please be aware this is just an introduction video, it's just a preview thing of the upcoming early access version of World Creator, which will be around mid-August 2023. So use this just as an orientation while using the early access version, the beta version of World Creator. Okay, so the first thing is what we're going to do is like setting up a bunch of biomes. The first one I'm going to rename to biome number 1, and for that biome I'm going to add a white flows filter, and I'm going to add another color material which should be a little bit dark and showing the flows. So this is just for showcasing reasons. It's nothing like it looks fancy or something like that. It's just about that you understand the concept of the biomes, okay? Okay, the next is I'm doing another biome. I will call this biome number 2. Now for this one, I'm choosing a filter that is a little bit more wise to see. That would be that blocks filter. I'm not going to apply a material at all. Then I'm going to create another biome again, 0.3. And for this one, I'm going to use the dry canyon filter, but I'm also going to add a material to it. Another one here, something like a little bit more sandy. Just made just a little bit the colors here. Okay, that's good. And let's distribute it. Let's say up. Yeah, we could use the flow, but that's a bit too weak. So we are using the cavity. Yeah, that's okay. And we're going to duplicate that cavity here. Let me see, just wrong. Duplicate that. And here we go, using the cavity again, but we are switching to concavity here. I know that should be for another color, so it makes sense, of course. Okay, so use the cavity here, use a different color, something like this, and switch to convex. Okay, so it doesn't really look that great, but I think you will soon understand the concept of the biomes. Okay, now we need to spread those biomes on the terrain. I will start with creating 3 masks. We will call them accordingly biome number 1, biome number 2, and biome number 3. So 2, we will assign them to this will be 2, this will be 3. And turning off the mask, we're starting with number 3. We're scaling a little bit down, move it here, scaling that one a little bit down, move it over here. And there you already see what's actually just happening. So I'm having 3 biomes. The very first biome is actually my underlying full terrain biome, which is just like those erosions. Then we have those block style biomes, and we have those canyon style biomes. But they already apply on the base map terrain, right? So what we could do is, like, if you don't like that kind of blending between the biomes, because you have these quite hard edges here, so you could select, for instance, for this one here, we could select the blend size and blending them a little bit in and out with the underlying biome. So if this would have a color, you can see that the flows are blending in with the other biome. So we could do the same for the other one. Another option would be just to select the biome, hit edit. Now open the context menu, and there you could, for instance, use a brush to do the blending, which would look like this actually. So depending on the brush strength, the blunt and the brush smoothness, you could do a much better blending. Just that you understand the concept of all this, so you can blend these all in together. The same would have the same workflow would exactly happen to this one here. So we're having arrays, and we get rid of these strange artifacts here. So we could just blend these things in here, as you can see. Okay, so this enables you to completely design a terrain that's really, yeah, you know, having different colors with different sections, different parts, and all this. And especially this is really useful if you're working on much larger terrains. Now, what's happening here is like I've switched to 4K terrain, but it seems like a bug, like this is completely a 0 terrain. That's because the biome number 1 is applied only on that part here, right? So you would have to actually spread it all over the other terrain. If this is your total underlying surface, and then you could just use these ones to further paint your own biomes on that terrain. Okay, so this takes, of course, for larger terrains it would take a little bit more work, but it opens you the ability to completely design entire worlds using those biome systems. Now what I would like to show you is, because in this case we have set up these biomes, but biomes wouldn't make sense if they couldn't be shared across projects. And that's really handy what we've done in World Creator. So what I'm going to show you now is like, I'm going to remove these biomes here at all, nothing left. And then we have those presets here. So you go to the presets, open up the biome, then we have like a test biome here, which is in for the early access version, but this will be filled with better biomes sooner or later. I've created here a few things like that desert biome here. So drop it in up here and assign that one to the desert, and you have a desert included here. By the way, these presets are also locally available on your file system. They are located in the users documents World Creator folder. There's a folder called presets, and there you have exactly the same mapping as here, like World Creator folder, a Stefan folder for my own biomes, distributions of materials. And so you can save them to file, import them from file, you can store them away, you can share them with your friends and colleagues. Allowing you a really high flexibility. Next, I'd like to add, as you see, we also have a pretty nice preview here. So I'm going to add this Greenland biome on top of here. We are assigning here the Greenland biome, and here we go. We are having that one added here too. Of course, we can make it a little bit larger, and we could do some blending here. So it just does a bit nice blending. Could also use a corner blending, whatever. However, this can be completely masked out, of course, using the edit functionality in World Creator. You can rotate them, you can adjust them, you can do whatever you want to do with those. Next are the mountains. We have these mountains here, so we're selecting that one, drop in here, selecting our biome, assigning them, and there we go, with some pretty nice mountains here on that one too. Okay, great. So this gives you just a good idea about how the system actually works and what you can do. And if you see here the blending, it's pretty nice. Now, what do they also allow? Because a biome actually is also like covering a terrain. And as you can see, basically it's like I'm having 3 different terrains mixed in together. So like you could, I mean, actually that one and that one and this and the desert one were just terrains that I created in World Creator, and I used them as biomes for further design purposes. Okay, hope that helped so far. Hope you understand the system. I will do much more in-depth tutorials about biomes where we're also going to assemble a few one. There's also like editing the biomes is like the edit functionality here. This will be moved over to the right side. So once you hit edit, you don't have to open those context menus with a right click, of your mouse that will be always open here. You can just select and start painting and start editing your terrain until you hit stop editing, then it would completely disappear. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Hope that helped. Have a great day, stay safe, and bye-bye.